life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.
As the days get shorter, the weather gets colder, and of course winter finally sneaks upon us, it's very easy to fall into the negativity that surrounds the season. But this winter, we are changing the game. Hi, I'm Days. I am Book Break's official how-to girl, official labeled by myself. And today I'm going to show you how to winter, because if there is one thing I have learned in my 22 years of being on this planet, it's that Andy Anderson, she had something going for her being the how-to girl. So I hope that's my legacy here. So with the release of How to Winter by Carrie Lebowitz, I thought, well, let's put this book to the test. Let's see if this is actually going to make me feel better about the upcoming season. Because everybody knows as soon as it becomes freezing and you need those scarves and you need those jumpers, the culture, the mood, everything changes around us. So that's what I'm here for, to see if this book actually tells us how to winter and can we do it successfully. So I've taken what I think are some of the most important bits of the book, not all of the book, you should go read that yourself, but I've taken some of the most important bits of this book to see if we can accomplish this guide to having a better winter. But in all honesty, the winter sometimes does make me feel worse than, say, summer does, or even autumn. So come with me on this how-to journey, the first of its kind for Book Break. And let's follow some steps and see how we fare, how we get along. So let's begin at the beginning with step 1, appreciating winter. The first piece of advice that the book gives us to follow in this how-to guide is acknowledging and anticipating the transition from autumn into the winter. Ultimately, by acknowledging that this is happening rather than putting it off and being like, no, it's still autumn when those leaves are on the floor and they're falling off of those trees, we're allowing ourselves to be fully immersed into this new season. And by acknowledging and anticipating this transition, it basically means we're ready for it. So I followed some other pieces of advice that we'll get into in a bit for this portion, but it was going out into nature, going on a walk, seeing the sky changing. Those winter sunsets are honestly like no other. They are so beautiful. And you may be the same as me with overloading yourself. So you take on too much, too fast, and suddenly you have so much pressure and stress, and we don't need that. So for this, I cleared my head. I cleared my desk because my desk is always messy. I'm new here, so nobody knows this yet, but if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I clean it up at the end of the day, but in the day, mess everywhere. It's organized mess. I'm a Virgo. And you've not only cleared the area around you, but your mind too. Tidy space, tidy mind. Is that the saying? I'm unsure. So you've appreciated winter. You've acknowledged the fact that we are in it. You've not been in denial anymore. And now it's time for step 2, which is, of course, a time to rest. We're going to make this winter a season of slowness, a season of coziness, and a season of warmth amongst the cold. So I actually ordered some Macmillan coloring books because I love a good coloring book. I find them so relaxing. It's so calming. I get quite zen just coloring in the pages. My mind is allowed to wander off too, because the book does say it's a time of year especially for unhurried crafts, for pastimes that rejuvenate our mind by letting it wander. First of all, 10 out of 10 quote. Second of all, a real piece of advice that I think we all should follow. So pick up a slow hobby this winter. I, for one, most definitely will be colouring in the colouring books. You can find me every evening with a cup of tea and the colouring books, but also it's a time for maybe some cozy books. We have a whole selection of cozy books here over at Macmillan, over at Book Break. So whether you're picking up a colouring book, deciding you want to knit, take up some other DIY craft, or even just settle down with a cozy book, because I don't know about you, but I love the winter for cozy books. Let's just embrace the season of slowness and, of course, embrace our cozy craft. And so we have indeed reached step 3. What you see is what you get. For this step, the main thing that I wanted to focus on was going outside. I really struggle going outside when it gets dark or when it gets colder because I just don't want to be cold. It's that simple. But I think by pushing yourself slightly out of that comfort zone of being in a nice warm room in a cozy space, you can fully immerse yourself into the beautiful nature. Take out the scenery, see what's happening around you. Go for a nice walk by a pond, by a lake, by another body of water. Maybe you don't like body of water. We can just go for a walk in the park. It's up to you. But Carrie Lebowitz is a big advocate to get outside. And by getting outside, of course, this means we have to reduce avoidance. The book talks about the main thing during this season that people say being you can't go out in bad weather. But actually, if we retrain our mind, yes, we can. We can go out in any weather. Life doesn't stop just because it gets cold. And actually, after following this how-to guide, I found myself with a clear mind. As soon as I stepped straight back into that door after my peaceful walk, my head felt clear. I felt like I could finally go about my day without any stress, any worries, because I just let them go. Pondered on them whilst being in nature, and as soon as I came back, I was ready to start again. And the final step I decided to pick up was step 4. change the culture, change the mindset. There are so many other steps in this book that are really useful to help you follow, but I condense it down into 4 to show you how easy it is to pick up the advice that this book gives. And I definitely think it's beneficial to follow the entirety of the book, but for the purpose of this, I'm showing you how quick and easy it can be to winter. When we lean into the season of rest, we demonstrate how to adapt to winter. And I think probably that is the key piece of information for this, adapting to the season. So what are my thoughts and takeaway from this how-to guide after completing it? Honestly, I am very excited about the upcoming season. I have such a positive outlook on winter now. Me and this book are officially best friends. You heard it here first, exclusive on Book Break. And so my takeaway from this is, first of all, this book, I really think it will help you if you struggle during this period of time. But also, I can't wait. I am so excited, and I don't think I've said that about winter for a long time. I'm excited to see what the season brings, and I'm excited to thrive during winter. And so with that, thank you so much for watching this week's Book Break video. I'm Daisy, the official how-to girl on Book Break, even though I did once again give that title to myself. And I will see you all in the next one. Make sure to subscribe, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, like the video, and I will see you very soon. Bye.